Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to kind of do a read through of the economic geography. So, this is posted on your Google Classroom, and you can either read this on your own or you can read it as I read along with you here. Economic geography. Okay, it has three vocabulary words that we need to understand. Goods. That means any physical item that can be bought and sold. So when you go to a store and you buy a shirt or a bag of candy or a video game, that's what's considered goods. Goods are made somewhere and they're sold to a store, and then the store sells it to you. Okay, so goods are very important in what we call an economy. Raw materials. These are things that are found in or on the land, like crops and mineral deposits. And then there's services, actions that one person does for another person. People make a living by doing economic activities. These can be put into four categories: primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary activities. On this scale, the categories are defined by how far away the natural environment they are. Primary activities. Primary activities are closest to the natural environment. They involve harvesting products and taking raw materials from the earth. Raw materials are things that are found in or on the land, like crops and mineral deposits. For example, agriculture, mining, forestry, farming, and hunting and gathering and fishing are primary activities. On the economic activities scale, primary activities are closest to the natural environment. Primary activities must happen in a particular place because of geography. For example, in Costa Rica, the climate is perfect for growing coffee. Therefore, Costa Rica is a good place for the primary activity of growing coffee. The continental United States is not a good place for growing coffee because the climate does not support coffee growth. So, the primary activity of coffee growing cannot happen in the continental United States. Secondary activities. Secondary activities change raw materials into finished goods or physical items that can be bought and sold. For example, a cheesemaker changes milk into cheese. An automobile manufacturer combines many parts to produce a vehicle. A textile producer changes cotton into cloth. Secondary activities include manufacturing, processing, construction, metalworking, automobile and textile production, and engineering. On the economic activity scale, secondary activities are farther from the natural environment than primary activities. Since secondary activities involve using raw materials to create something else, places that make finished goods are often near places that produce raw materials. This is because having two places close to one another lowers the cost of transportation. Tertiary activities. Tertiary is another word for third step. Tertiary activities include providing goods and services or actions one person does for another. For example, when a cheese or automobile is sold to a customer, a tertiary activity is taking place. Tertiary activities include sales, transportation, entertainment, restaurants, media, and healthcare. On the economic activity scale, tertiary activities are another step farther from the natural environment than secondary activities. Because tertiary activities are farther from the natural environment, they are not as limited by location. A person can sell coffee anywhere. You do not need to be near a coffee plantation or a coffee processing plant to sell coffee. Quaternary activities. Quaternary activities include intellectual activities, intellectual meaning using your brain. They include government, scientific research, education, and information technology. On the economic activity scale, quaternary activities are completely removed from the natural environment. For this reason, most quaternary activities happen in cities. Activity categories by region. Every country has all four of the economic activities happening in it, but they happen at different percentages. Less developed countries have high percentages of their populations doing primary activities like farming. Advanced economies have high percentages of workers in the tertiary and quaternary categories and lower percentages in the primary and secondary categories. So, what's that saying is countries that have a higher developed economy, like the United States, they tend to have more of the tertiary and quaternary. Countries that have lower developed economies, like some areas in South America, they tend to have more of the primary and secondary activities. That's all that last category means. Okay, a lot of stuff kind of crammed into here, but it's good stuff that we just need to be introduced to. You're going to see a lot of this come up as we study our chapters in history. Thanks for reading along with me, guys, and I will see you later.